that sound. I miss it, man.
You do?
Oh, man. That brings back so many memories, man. That looks terrible, though.
It does. There's so many things that happen because we haven't been doing shows. We haven't talked about. One of the oldest things that I could think of was the fact that, because I think one of the other shows we did, we were talking about the specs on the next Microsoft console.
Yeah, Xbox came out with a list of specs for them. It was close, yeah.
And this is March. And this article came out March 18th, but Sony revealed their full PS5 hardware specs.
And it was a boring reveal.
It's also very important for us, as the hardware team, to find new dreams, by which I mean something other than CPU performance, GPU performance, and the amount of RAM.
Well, it says right here, the CPU is clocked at 3.5 gigahertz. I think the Xbox is going to be 3.8 gigahertz, which isn't a big difference.
No.
I mean, it's almost negligible, but it does give them bragging rights. They're both using AMD this time.
Yep.
As far as I know. It says 10.28 teraflops. I think the Xbox has like 13 teraflops.
Yeah, they're beating them out.
The RAM really disappointed. Because I was like, RAM is one of those things, man. You want the most possible.
Yeah.
Because you're just gonna.
Sony tried to say that there's, they've done extensive, looking into how, who uses this much, how much of this person, talking to the developers, and they're like 16 is where it's at.
On PlayStation 5, SSD is very close to being like more RAM. Typically, it's fast enough that when you realize you need a piece of data, you can just load it from the SSD and use it. There's no need to have lots of data parked in system memory waiting to potentially be used.
16 is
like, it
can
can
okay, but like when you have all this pop in on a game like Grand Theft Auto and you're driving, you got these great vistas and stuff.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to load more of that stuff in the background if you have more RAM.
And from what I've seen, the Xbox, unfortunately, right now is beating PlayStation spec wise. Now they talk about this. This was it. Their crazy the way they've integrated their memory and all that in and like the software side of everything. PlayStation's trying to say that some of these spec numbers may seem like like it's not as good, but trust me, the way we've integrated everything, it's gonna work. Nah, the Xbox is definitely currently beating the PlayStation, hands down, spec-wise.
Does it make you want to get an Xbox, though?
It does. I mean, I told a bunch of friends, I was like, I'm either going PC or I'm picking the best console, depending on how good the consoles are.
Really?
Currently, the Xbox is better. And not only that, they're having overheating issues, PlayStation.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're having heating issues. And so they're worried about, remember we had that, we think the last time we talked about the pricing and stuff. And part of that is because they're trying to figure out how to not have them overheat, and that's going to cost more money. And they just recently come out with a patent that they've changed their heating process, but it's still going to mess with the pricing. And with that and the COVID-19, who knows how many they're going to release. They're already talking about releasing less than the PS4. But either way, currently, and they're going to cost more than the Xbox. So they're going to be weaker, slower, and cost more so far from all the news that we've gotten. And so PS5 is not even an option for me right now. And that's not good. They're dropping the ball pretty hard.
But do you like... I've looked at there, and I've never owned an Xbox. I don't like... Okay, let me just put my cards on the table. I've never liked Microsoft.
I know, Mr.
If you're
Mac
old,
man.
if you're old as... But see, I wasn't always a Mac guy or an Apple guy.
Oh, yeah.
I used them up to 2006, and I didn't like them.
Yeah. I don't like the...
I always
they're
thought...
not reliable. red rings overheating.
Yeah, they're not reliable. The design sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I've looked at the design on those Xboxes, and I've used like Windows 10. I don't like that design.
Yeah.
And Sony, you just get in there and you're there. You don't have to go through all these little stupid little boxes.
There's a lot to process when you turn on an Xbox. I seen a buddy that was going through trying to send a party chat invite, and it almost looked like he was on a computer. Like it was like menu to a sub menu to another category within that menu, and the wording too was not underneath a platform that was like, so PlayStation, everything is kind of like almost worded for gaming, and with the Xbox it wasn't at all.
The PlayStation's designed to get you in the game.
That's it.
And the Xbox seems like it's designed to get you to do anything but game. So I don't know. I don't.
We'll see. If PlayStation hasn't even released the look of the console yet, so this was all
I remember
they've done.
telling you, I don't think they should have partnered. They partnered with Microsoft on that streaming service they were going to do. And I was like, why do they even trust Microsoft? I wouldn't even have revealed my specs.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft did it first. They came out afterward. See, Microsoft did this awesome little reveal. They even gave a YouTuber the console to do a big reveal on it and everything. He opened the thing up and everything. And PlayStation did like a board meeting where they went over the specs like a college like getting taught a lesson in a class or something like that. It was very, very boring when they went over these specs. It was pretty bad.
Who, Sony?
Yeah, Sony.
Oh, okay.
It was just for shareholders, pretty much. That's what it looked like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they come out with weaker specs. They're dropping the ball right now.
Well, they got this SSD, which I think is interesting, but it's only 825 gigabytes, and I think the Xbox is going to have 1 terabyte.
Yeah, it's going
to. Now we know. I bought one game on disc for PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Everything I've downloaded.
They're big files. They're getting bigger.
Boy, Call of Duty.
Now they're saying the files can be smaller because they're on SSD, so they don't have to be, they don't have to copy over all the downloads over and over again. But look at Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty, 200 gig game. 200 gigs. With an 825 gig memory, like you're gonna have what? You're gonna have your whole your operating system's gonna be there already. You're gonna have like different applications like Netflix and stuff. Like you're not gonna have any space for 2 games on 825 gigs.
That really
what the hell is that?
Me.
That's useless.
That 1 terabyte is not much more though, but
no, and they should be bigger too. Both of them are dropping.
They're saying that they're going to allow you to use an external.
Yes, but they don't even know what kind you can use yet.
Yeah.
For PlayStation.
It's going to be.
Xbox is going to sell 1 terabyte like extra ones, like external, but they're actually internal. They actually have a slot on the new Xbox to put in an SSD that they make, but who knows how much that's going to cost. They both drop the ball on the size of their memory. But I mean, they're going to be 5 times better than the current consoles, but I'm not really looking forward to it as much anymore because just from everything mainly because PlayStation screwed up, man. I wanted a PlayStation, and currently they're screwing up pretty bad. But we'll see if their Pro version is better and cheaper, and well, I don't know.
I forgot about the Pro version. Yeah,
they'll make a Pro version for sure.
That's the first one I bought with the PS4 because I waited like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gamer, not really.
See, Xbox is one they released the specs on. I believe that's their top of the line. They're gonna release another one that's cheaper and not as good. So, I mean, with this PS5 that they're showing right now, if that's their bottom line, if they make a better one, then they may blow Xbox out of the water. I mean, they did it with the PS3 toward the end of the sales. They beat them. So maybe that's kind of their game this time. Who knows? But they're tracking behind right now, for sure.